What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. And hey, I appreciate you clicking on this video, checking it out. And honestly, if you've been enjoying the Madden 24 content that I've dropped so far, if you could do me a favor, man, subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video if you appreciate this content. I got a lot more things coming for you guys. Gameplay sliders are almost done. We're going to have the best overall franchise settings. A lot of content planned for you guys. So if you enjoy and appreciate this kind of content, if you could subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it on social media, man. It means a lot to me, helps me out. Trying to get to 10K here as quickly as possible, which would be massive. So number one, thank you. Number two, today we're going to talk about trading in Madden 24 and the best setting for trading in Madden 24, but also the fact that even with the additional tools that they've given us and the different changes that they have said that they've made, trading is honestly, it's still pretty broken. Is it better than Madden 23? Absolutely. Is it up to the standards that it should be for a game on PS5, Xbox Series X, PC in 2023? Hell no. And we're going to go over exactly why that is. So make sure you stay tuned because we're diving right in.
And Bonds hits right high. It's a dig. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed. By Michael Short.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull up this information they released from the Madden 24 franchise deep dive a while back, and we're just kind of going to go through it. Now, the additional trade slots is definitely there and works properly, so does the extra draft picks. So we're not going to really focus on that. What we are going to focus on is trade tuning and get offers. So under trade tuning, it says there are an endless number of factors that go into how trades are offered and or accepted. With the additional trade slots, it was vital that we made complete pass over our trade tuning heading into Madden 24. Throughout the cycle, we uncovered a number of issues that were causing problems and inconsistencies with how players were being valued and have made many improvements that should result in players of all types being valued more consistently. In addition, with the extra year of draft picks, an additional pass and the value of draft picks needed to be redone. While in the draft, we tried to replicate the infamous draft pick charts that you see and hear about from coaches and GMs using so often. Now, get offers. In Madden 23, we had the ability to get generated offers for your players and opposing players, and we made several improvements to its functionality in Madden 24. All the trade tuning mentioned above is also applies to the get offers functionality, and we also identified an issue and fixed an issue from last year that would occasionally there would be offers populated that would not be accepted in when trying to do manual trades. Well, after testing this out extensively, this is what I can tell you guys. It does not work, and basically
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So anyway, I'm going to show you guys how I tested this and how I came to this conclusion. So I started off with the trade difficulty on normal difficulties. This is supposed to be just normal trades within the franchise. And obviously I'm in my LA Rams testing it out, but they got some decent players to test out. So we're going to go ahead and check out Cooper Kupp and see what we could get for 30-year-old wide receiver. Yeah, he's one of the best in the game. He's a 96 overall, but he's also old. And we all know that wide receivers, running backs, when they hit 30, we all know what that means. Well, look at these offers we're getting for Cooper Kupp on normal difficulty. Dalvin Cook's a 90 overall still for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But a swap of Dalvin Cook and Cooper Kupp doesn't really make sense. Now, T. Higgins, they're going to give me an 88 T. Higgins who's 6 years younger and a future second-round pick. Look at this. Now, this is on normal difficulty, so it almost feels like this is on an easier difficulty because look at the players I'm being offered. Jonathan Taylor, Stephon Gilmore, who is older, so honestly that one isn't much of a big deal to me. But Jalen Waddle is an 89 and he's 24 for a 30-year-old 96 Cooper Kupp. Clearly, there's issues going on with the value of players that are either wide receivers or X Factors, and in the 90s. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 23 years old, got offered. You can just see here. So what I did then is I bumped it up to hard difficulty for trading with Cooper Kupp, and what do you know? Dalvin Cook still popped up. We bumped up the difficulty. T. Higgins still bumped up. The Browns, Denzel Ward, Jonathan Taylor still popped up. Stephon Gilmore still there. The Dolphins switched up theirs. The Amon-Ra St. Brown is still being offered. So it only had a very small impact on players and picks that were being offered. So now we're going on very hard difficulty, guys. This is the hardest difficulty, and we finally got a little bit of changes here. No more Dalvin Cook. No more Jonathan Taylor. This setting for Cooper Kupp is what I felt gave us the most realistic options, other than for whatever reason, the Detroit Lions are always offering Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's 23 years old. Like, why are you trying to get rid of Amon-Ra so bad? The Vikings are also always trying to trade TJ Hawkinson no matter the difficulty. So anyway, what I did then is I switched over to the Colts, and I went back down to normal difficulty to try a player who's been in trade discussions because he hasn't been signed, and that's Jonathan Taylor. And look here, and this is on normal difficulty. Do you guys see a little bit of a difference in the value that Jonathan Taylor is pulling on normal difficulty compared to Cooper Kupp? I felt like, honestly, Jonathan Taylor at normal, this was pretty good. I was pretty content with pretty much all the offers on normal difficulty for Jonathan Taylor. I didn't feel like anything was really out of the ordinary other than a couple teams making offers for him that really didn't make sense why they'd be making an offer for him considering who's on their roster. But honestly, I felt pretty strong about Jonathan Taylor on the normal difficulty, so I didn't even test hard or very hard. Next, I want to go see what does an elite pass rusher pull. So I switched over to the Steelers and we grabbed TJ Watt. What is an elite pass rusher who's 28 years old in the NFL pull? Well, apparently Dalvin Cook and apparently T. Higgins. Again, this is on normal trade difficulty. Amari Cooper, Jonathan Taylor, CeeDee Lamb for whatever reason. I mean, TJ Watt and Micah Parsons would be sweet, but, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Again, the Detroit Lions are throwing up Amon-Ra St. Brown every single opportunity. And the Vikings are also throwing up TJ Hawkinson every single opportunity. Now, I also want to check out, what about Minkah Fitzpatrick, an elite free safety? He's only 26 years old. What is an elite 93 overall free safety pull? Again, this is normal trade difficulty. And I honestly felt like this wasn't too bad other than, like, why would the Chargers offer Austin Eckler? I guess, I don't know. Some of the teams and what they were offering didn't really make sense because why are you giving Austin Eckler to the Steelers? They don't need a running back. Again, Amon-Ra St. Brown is being offered again. The Packers offered up David Bakhtiari. I mean, that honestly I could see happening. But yeah, overall, I felt like for these players, normal difficulty, it was pretty decent. So I didn't really find the need to go too hard. So what I did is I went back to the Rams and I went to Aaron Donald. I didn't test him out. I'm still on normal difficulty here. What does Aaron Donald 99 overall player pull? Well, Dalvin Cook's there, T. Higgins there. You can see Mike Evans got thrown in there. Austin Eckler, Jonathan Taylor's still there. Very interesting to see what the 99 Aaron Donald, he's 32, Amon-Ra St. Brown again, pulls on normal difficulty, and we went up to very hard difficulty just to compare, and Dalvin Cook is still there, T. Higgins is still there, Mike Evans is still there. So it's really interesting to see how certain positions honestly seem to be valued way differently, whereas very hard doesn't really seem to make much of a difference over normal. And the trades, honestly, that are being suggested don't make sense, whereas other positions and players, normal fits pretty well into the narrative. So then what I want to do is like, all right, did you guys really improve get offers? So what's a player that popped up every single time we did a trade, whether it was normal or very hard, whether it was the Rams, the Colts, or the Steelers, and it was Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I'm going to go and pretend that I want to go and see what the Lions are want from me on Amon-Ra St. Brown, because every time I put a player up, they were willing to give him to me. So I'm just going to go select on him, and I'm going to get offers. And apparently there are no trade offers for him, but they've offered him to me several times. They offered him to me for every time for Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald. So clearly get offers is broken in the sense of they will offer me players when I'm shopping a player around, but I can't go and ask them what they would want for said player. They'll just reject me. And Dalvin Cook was another one who was almost consistently always being offered from the Bears. And when I go and I click on him and I want to hit get offers, again, nothing there. Yet they consistently threw him in on a trade offer for me when I was shopping players. So you can clearly see that the get offers is broken. Trade difficulty doesn't seem to work very well. I do recommend, though, very hard difficulty overall. Just given every testing that I've done, make sure you're using a very hard difficulty in your trade settings. But anyway, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.